Hello and welcome to today's video on search engine advertising or search advertising, and we are looking at pay-per-click advertising. So we're looking at pay-per-click advertising today, and we're going to go through PowerPoint slides as to give us a bit of direction on the video, but we'll be transferring between the slides and the Google website to look at live examples. We'll also look at some websites that are good examples of things that you should do or could do to help you understand. So we're doing the video on search advertising and looking at Google's search engine Google, and we're looking at what pay-per-click ads are. Now, this really is an introduction video. I think you could have a complete university course on Google Ads. That's how big, wide, and varied they are now, and indeed very important. A lot of feedback that we get from industry at the moment in digital marketing is looking for our students to have a lot more skill and knowledge of Google advertising, pay-per-click ads, and the benefits of these. So today's course video we will go through pretty much an introduction to help you have an understanding, and we'll introduce new terms and maybe go over some old terms as well. So search engine advertising, I've just taken a screenshot here, I think, or a screen grab, and of Google, and we've typed in plumber in Cardiff, and actually in truth I didn't type that in. That was from an image that I got from Google, but it gives you a good idea of what we're looking at. So the first thing you can see up here is search term, and we also refer to this as a key phrase or keyword in digital marketing. So usually plumbers in Cardiff is a keyword or key phrase, and even though it's more than one word, we still refer to it as a keyword or key phrase. And examples of that might be, for example, if I was going to Dublin in Ireland, I would say hotels in Dublin, or cheap hotels in Dublin, or value hotels in Dublin, or hotels on the outskirts of Dublin, depending on what exactly my wants or needs were. If I was looking for flowers for Mother's Day, I'd type in flowers in Dublin or flowers in Donegal. And here in Bahrain, we might type in flowers in Bahrain, and that would be the search term. And I think we all know now in digital marketing that one of our aims of our website is to try and get it really on page one of Google. I think we can all agree that's an aim of our business, to get our website onto page one of Google, and the more likelihood that our ad appears up top and on page one of Google, the more likelihood that people are going to click on our ads. And I think that anecdotal evidence, probably backed up by actual evidence, would show you that people don't tend to go on to page two too often when searching for a search term or keyword or key phrase. So just here we can see adverts, and if you're unfamiliar with this, usually when we search, ads will come up first and on the side, and we call these adverts, and these are usually PPC ads, which are pay-per-click ads. And what that means is every time I click on an ad, well, it costs the person that is advertising some amount of money. And we'll go over that in a little bit more detail, but just firstly we want to introduce that these are ads here, and again you can see ads here. These are not ads, these are what we call organic results, and that's because they have naturally appeared here. Now when we say naturally appeared, it's not so organic. This, I guess, is the hard work of search engine optimization. And we've come across the term SEO, or search engine optimization, many times before in digital marketing. But search engine optimization is where we basically optimize our website for search engines like Google and Bing and Yahoo. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to build our website in such a way that it has all the things that Google like to help get the website onto page one and as high up on page one as possible. And that's what we call on-site search engine, where there are a number of things that we can do on a website that helps the website to improve its ranking, which is where it comes on the page, and we want it to rank first or as high up as possible. But there are a number of things that we as digital marketers can do in terms of how we write within the website, how website pages are linked, how fast they load, these are all things Google like. And then there are a number of things that we can do off-site that also help the search engine optimization, which is links from social media accounts and different things like that. And PPC ads is also one of those things, paid per click ads. For example, if we take this Cardiff plumber here, he has probably come up here because you can see he's got Google Businesses set up, so you can see his address comes up with Google Businesses. He, I would say, obviously has a very good website relative to the words plumber in Cardiff, and you can see Cardiff plumber in his heading, so that helps him as well. Things like that, they're Google-like, and that help with the natural search engine optimization. Now, if I've come late to the party, or if I set up a website and Google has me placed in page 3 or page 4, maybe to manufacture some better placement, well, I can take an ad that makes me appear here or here. And eventually, people are clicking on that ads, it will actually help my organic placement, and eventually I will make it on to page 1 or page 2 with all the other right aspects of search engine optimization. So that's just a sort of a quick overview of your search term or keyword or key phrase, your adverts, which we're all quite familiar with but maybe never really stopped to look at, and we see usually little ads around that identify that they're ads as well. While we maybe are a little reluctant or cynical to click on ads, more often than not, I do think the ads are relevant to what we're searching for, because it's not in the interest of a company to have people clicking on their ads, because it costs them every time. So if someone clicks on their ad and they don't follow through by buying something, well, it will still have cost the person that placed the ad some money. And we look at examples of that as well. So you can see your organic results here. And what we'll do here is we'll actually look at this now from a live. I'll go on to Google and look at it live. So let's have a look here. Where are Google? And that's Google Ads, sorry. So yeah, we'll just open up Google here, and it's funny enough, well, not funny, sorry, a bad time to be doing AdWord examples is during the coronavirus, because you'll find a lot of the ads are not running now, and it makes sense for people not to advertise. For example, Dentists Dublin, usually if I had have typed this in, you would see ads down here and ads over here, but given the current situation, there's not too many ads at all. There's none on this page, which is amazing. So what you're getting first is you're getting the organic. So smiles.ie, they have obviously a good website with good search engine optimization, and they've organically been placed first. What is also important here, Portobello Dental Clinic. And I would recommend, if you're creating a website, that you link it to as many Google tools as possible. Google Businesses, Google Addresses, you have reviews here. Google search engine likes reviews. It likes if you have an address. It likes if you have your opening and closing times. It likes if you've put all this information in. But let's see if we can find, let's see, I'm in Bahrain at the minute, so let's try flowers, Bahrain, and I could be editing this out if it doesn't work. No, okay, so there we have an ad, and we can see the ads coming up here for BahrainGreetings.com. So BahrainGreetings.com has an ad here, 3 sort of different headers, and we're going to look at that a little bit more in a moment. and a few things in here, and a little bit of Arabic as well, which I don't understand. They have a couple of ad extensions which we will also investigate. So BahrainGreetings.com comes first every time I type in flowers in Bahrain. Well, not every time, this depends, sorry. And then you can see the more organic ones here that have their review, Get a Bouquet, Aliyah Flowers, Bahrain Flowers, and that's again because they have good off-site search engine optimization. They have linked their accounts to Google Maps, so Google Maps is able to link them, and they are likely to give them good preference. And again, I highly recommend linking your website to as many Google tools as possible. If, for example, Get a Bouquet did not have their address registered with Google Maps, well, they wouldn't appear here and they wouldn't appear here, so they wouldn't be among the first that you see. And we can actually see they're quite further down, but because they have good search engine optimization practices, they are appearing quite high. However, Bahrain Greetings has decided that they need or want to get more exposure up here. So every time someone types in flowers Bahrain, they pay to have their ad placed here. They pay, so they're paying to have this ad placed here, and we're going to look in a second at how much they pay or how this happens. But just to get the notion that this is a paid ad and this is non-paid, this is just good search engine optimization practices. And we can see Bahrain Greetings actually have a paid ad, but they actually appear very highly here as well. And that's not uncommon, that you might pay to come up here, but a bit like why do Coca-Cola still advertise even though everyone knows their drink? Well, it's to reinforce that they're market leaders, and again, it's to get people clicking here. And if perhaps another flower company took out an ad up here, then that flower company may get placed higher than Bahrain Greetings. So there's sort of this constant war, if you like, to be placed in Google rankings top positions. And BahrainGreetings.com are doing this at the moment. If, for example, I opened up a new flower shop in Bahrain today, and I opened up a new website. Okay, I know a good bit about digital marketing and search engine optimization, but I'm not guaranteed to get a completely high ranking. I would do all the things that I would see important, but I'm not guaranteed until people click on my website, and that's something that obviously search engine optimization likes. They like you to be clicking on their website. We want to try and get as many clicks as possible to get us up here. So I'm not guaranteed to get up there. So what I might decide to do to again, as a marketing strategy, I might decide, well, to create more brand awareness with the added value of maybe getting some clicks on my website, I would pay for ads to appear either up here or sometimes down the side here, as we have seen in other examples. However, during the coronavirus, it should be noted that these digital ads have been reduced dramatically, so much so I used to use hotels, and Bahrain used to be a great example for looking at Google ads, and yeah, there's no ads, which is quite amazing. It's one of the first times I've ever seen no ads on Google when I was looking. Anyhow, let's look at our PowerPoint slide, and that was just to give you an idea of search terms or keywords, key phrases. So flowers in Bahrain was the key phrase, keyword, or key search term. The adverts, we only seen one advert, and the organic results were provided by companies really that had good practices within Google tools. They had their address registered in Google Maps. They had reviews, which was good. And you can see here, Google reviews likes that. Google reviews like if you have reviews, and obviously been somewhat monopolizing. The more of their tools that you use, the better they like you because you're using their tools, and that might give you a little bit of preference as well. So let's look at some terms in advertising, and we'll go through them in examples. So what is click-through rate, conversion rate? See, you see a lot of these CTR, CR, CPC, CPA, and you see a lot of them in digital marketing, and particularly so in Google AdWords and Google Analytics and things like that there. And really, they're quite common sense when you go through them. So don't be put off by the fact that it's lots of acronyms there. When we look at them in simple terms, well, it should make sense. So let's have a look at each of these, and again we'll flip between the PowerPoint, and I'll go back to the Google site just to give you an example of what a click-through or what each term is. So, and of course, if you're taking part in my class today online, maybe you can go off and give examples of each. Okay. So click-through, a click on a link, click-through, a click on a text ad link which leads to a website. And I'm just going to look at this simply, and this really is a click-through is the easiest of all the terms. So I have typed in Flowers in Bahrain, and a click-through is when I click on that link, and that link takes me hopefully through to, yes, Bahrain Greetings, and we're through to Bahrain Greetings website. And that's all a click-through is. So I have clicked through. So nice and simple. I go to my search engine page and I click through, and so that's quite simple. I don't think that's so click through, a click on a text ad link which leads to a website. Nice and simple. Click-through rate. And all that is a mathematical term, which is the total number of clicks on a link divided by the number of times the link has been shown, and this is usually expressed as a percentage. So again, if we just go back and look at this, so we know that a click-through is when I click on it. However, if I owned Bahrain Greetings or a flower shop, and I will have this information provided in Google AdWords, so they actually have where you can all the analytics where you can look at previous campaigns. Sorry, some old ones here, where they have all the details, things like click-through rate, where you can measure how well your campaign is going. And the click-through rate basically is if the keyword Flowers Bahrain is typed in 1,000 times today. So if that keyword is clicked in 1,000 times today, and then out of the 1,000 times, 100 people click on flowers cakes, so that means that 100 in 1,000 times is the click-through rate. So every 1,000 times that keyword comes up, people see this, they're clicking on it 100 times. And of course, 100 over 1,000 is the same as 1/10 or 10%. So we can say that the click-through rate is 10% because every 1,000 times this ad is shown, it is clicked on 100 times. And 10% is a very high click-through rate, just to give you an idea. Well, in my experience, it's very high. So that is the click-through rate. It is a percentage which documents how many times the ad is shown compared to how many times people click on the ad. I think that's nice and simple. And again, you see CTR and click-through rate, and they seem complicated, but it's kind of common sense, I think. Conversion rate, and I shouted that out, a bit of excitement. The number of actual conversions divided by the number of visitors expressed as a percentage. And again, probably have not written this as simple as it should be. So the conversion rate is the number of actual conversions divided by the numbers of visitors. And what I'm going to do to give you an example of that is if we go back here, I have clicked through, I have helped the click-through rate. But I will be converted to a customer if I buy something on this page. So if I just pick any thing there, and I buy the product, 21 BD for 12 mixed kisses. There you go. But if I bought those flowers, then I am considered to be converted. I have been converted to a customer where I have bought the flowers. So when we say conversion or conversion rate, the number of actual conversions divided by the number of visitors. So we said earlier today that we had 1,000 people clicked flowers in Bahrain and 100 people clicked in here. So if 100 people clicked in here, and of those 100 people, 10 of them become customers, 10 of them buy a product, well then that's 10 out of 100 people. And again, 1/10 or 10% would be the conversion rate. So the conversion rate is the number of actual conversions divided by the number of visitors expressed as a percentage. And again, in Google AdWords, this would give us all this information in terms of demographics and clicks and audiences. It's a bit slow coming up there. I have a bit of a dated account. It was a previous lifetime with my digital marketing, now teaching it. But Google AdWords will give us all this information. So, and then finally, the cost per click. The cost per click is the amount paid by the advertiser when a link ad is clicked on. Again, quite simple, and I'll show you the example of this. So I am the new flower shop, Anthony Friel's Flowers, we'll call them, and they have appeared here. My ad appears here. I agree a fee with Google on how much I will pay every time someone clicks on this ad. So that is quite simply what happens. I agree on a fee or a price with Google that when every time someone clicks on this ad, that Google will be paid by my business. And that is indeed how Google makes most of its money. Well, who am I to say how they make most of their money? But that is their business model, shall we say. So every time I click on this link, this is costing BahrainGreetings.com, I would say roughly probably 500 fills or $1 or 1.08 euro or whatever the exchange rate is. Bahrain'sGreeting.com will have decided on a price with Google, and it pays that price. So if I click on that, it's probably just cost BahrainGreetings.com maybe 1 BD or $1 or €1, depending. Oh, just another. Oh, now we're getting lots of ads. So we can see Bahrain Flower and Talabot.com. And the reason that maybe we can see ads is sometimes you can program your ads to appear at a certain time. So we see it's 8:21 UK time, and maybe it just said, yeah, at 8:20 start showing our ads. So maybe there's ads for other companies. But again, if I click on flowerlink.net and I click here, well, that now has cost Flowerlink €1. And, well, not a great website, is it? But that is how it works. Now you might ask, well, how do I control this as a business? Well, when you're setting up Google AdWords as a business, so if I've for sake set up flowerlink.com or .net, well, I decide on how much budget I'm going to allocate every day to be allowed to spend on Google. So if someone keeps clicking on this, I might go, look, I am only allowing €20 to be spent on this every day. So if someone clicks on that 20 times, that might be my €20 gone. And that's why you have to monitor your account as well to see if people are going in and clicking on your ads. But it does cost money every time someone clicks, and that is cost per click. So we're just going to look at that, take us back here so we can see click through. We're nice simple. We just click on the link. Click through rate is the number of times people clicked on the link compared to the number of times the website appeared that day. The conversion rate is the number of people that actually bought a product after clicking through. And then the cost per click is the amount paid by the advertiser when a link or ad is clicked on. Now, I should just say here, if I decide not to advertise here, well, are people going to go to page 3 to look for my flower shop? Well, they're probably not. So is it worth being charged 1 BD on the chance that a customer will come in here and buy my flowers, my 12 kisses for 21 BD? Well, this is where you work out the maths and you work out the conversion rate and things like that there, because if 10 people click on this today, and I've clicked on it 4 times, so I probably already cost them 4 BD, and I get the 21 kisses are gone, but we've got Batil, Ramadan Kareem, Arabesque, or white and pink. If I spend 28 BD, if 2 customers spend 28 BD, well, that's 56 BD. So if the conversion rate is 20%, for example, 2 people buy these, and that's 56 BD. And the cost of running the ads today are 20 BD. Well, is it worth me running the ads if 20 people click on them but only 2 people buy them? And that's what you have to work out. And that's, I guess, as marketing, in marketing terms, that is what we call return of investment. But some of the most basic principles of marketing is to keep customers or get new customers while making a profit, and that's been the key. Is does it cost as much to get these new customers as as it is for the profit that we're getting? So that's why we sort of try these AdWords out. And okay, so that's I think a nice little introduction to those 4 terms. And I think what we'll do in the next set of videos is we will move on to these key advertising terms. So this video today is just going to be part 1 of a series of videos on Google AdWords, and this one is the introduction to some of these terms and the concept of Google advertising. So I hope you enjoyed today's videos. I hope and I hope it helps you understand Google AdWords. And if you're looking to understand more, then you can watch the next video in this collection of videos for search advertising. And the reason I've just kept these videos to half an hour because I want to post them publicly, and I'm practicing video marketing myself, and I'm trying to keep my videos under half an hour. So this is part 1 of the search advertising video, and I hope it helped you. And if you enjoyed it, please like, comment, or watch the next video. Thank you and have a good day.